Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my monthly update for the Panner's Pan. This project was created by Elizabeth, who is Shiny Happy Pans over on Instagram. If you're not following her, please go check her out. She is a good friend of mine and she's a really good project panner. So I think you would like her Instagram account if you're not already following her. Go check her out. This is also a group collab, so I will have others linked down below that have done or are doing this project. There's not too many of us left. Somebody just posted a finale. Was it Jessica or Linda? Those are the two that I know of that were still doing this project, and one of them just posted a finale. I want to say it was Linda, but it could have been Jessica. Either way, we're down to just like myself and like a couple other people still doing this project. I should probably consider wrapping it up, but I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't mind doing this project at all. I really like it. I don't know when I'm going to end it. My original plan has been to end this project when I finish the original 10 products that I put in this project, but that might be a long ways away. Ooh, I'm nowhere near finishing some of those products, so I don't know if that's the best idea. I might just go postal one day and just quit. We'll see. I did, of course, make this project a bit more complicated by making it a progressive. So every month, whether I meet my goal on an item or not, I bring in a new product for another project panner to work on. I have been making some good progress on some of the items in this project, but I did not meet any goals for this month. So we will be going up by one more product. That's okay. I'm ready. I'm ready to do it, coach. Put me in the game. I'm ready. Ugh. All right. Let's go over all of the products that I've been working on in this project, and I'll tell you whether or not I used them, and we'll see if I made any progress on anything, because I might not have. I don't know. The first item is for Liz, who is Shiny Happy Pants. This is my BFF lip liner from ColourPop, and I use this once at least, maybe twice, but not really a whole lot. This color just doesn't do it for me. It's just kind of a nudie brownie shade, and it's all right. It's okay. It's okay, but I don't love it. So I don't use this pencil very often. In fact, when I measure it against my line from where I was at last month, I am just like a hair below where I was. So I'm not even going to make a new mark on my paper, but I am going to try to remind myself that I do have this pencil and I should be wearing it more than twice a month. That's all I can promise. Next is my lip gloss in Curvy from ColourPop. I brought this into this project for Chic Geek. I did use this once over the past month, but I think it was only once. When I look at the gaps in this product, and I have been keeping it sitting up like this, it looks like it might be down to here. So what am I avoiding this for? I don't know. Maybe I should move this to my purse and just knock it out, because I think I'm closer to finishing this than I realize. It's been taking so long for me to get through this product that at some point I just kind of like gave up on it. But I think I need to go hard on this and see if I could finish it between now and the end of the year, because if that fill line is accurate, I'm really close to finishing this off. And I'm gonna move that to my purse, okay? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move it to my purse today. Okay, next is my little Luxie Beauty shadow in the shade Halo. I have this in this project for Alejandra Lasette. My goal is to hit pan on this, but I have not hit pan. And in fact, this is one of those shadows that I don't think I used at all in the past month. As you guys know, you've probably heard me say it a time or 100 times. I have been panning looks all year long. I've been more focused on panning looks this year than any other year in the past. However, the consequence to being a successful panner of looks is that if the eyeshadow is not part of that look, it's not getting used at all, and that has been the case for the shadow. You know, in one of these looks that I create and start panning, I need to include that shadow in it, and it won't probably take too long for me to hit pan, but I have not been doing that, so we'll see. From now until the end of the year, my main focus is going to be my Baby Pan That palette. I don't know if I could finish it, but I just want to make as much progress on that bad boy between now and the end of the year. So I'm going to be doing a lot of looks like the one you see on my face now. Unfortunately, that shade Halo looks like it would make a perfect inner corner highlight, but it has this, it comes across darker than it looks in the pan. This looks like a perfect inner corner highlight, doesn't it? It's not a perfect inner corner highlight. There's a darkness to it. What it really is perfect for is as a topper over funky shades like blues and purples. That's where that shadow really shines and really performs well. And so unfortunately, it just doesn't work well as an inner corner highlight. It doesn't really highlight my inner corners at all. So I have not hit pan on that yet. I will continue to work on it. Or not. I might not continue to work on it at all. We'll see. Next is my Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Fool's Gold. This is in here for Rebecca Morgan and Jocelyn Claire. I miss Jocelyn Claire. I miss her a lot. I think I only used this once in the past month. I thought I'd be going ham on this fall, but I haven't been panning a look with this. I am working on that green shadow that's in my Project 10 uses, so I tend to pair those two together, but I only used that one once and I've only used this one once. So we'll see if I can get a couple more uses in before winter comes and I'm over the olive greens. Okay, exciting news. Up next is my Jeante Blue eyeliner in Electric Blue. I have this in this project for Alexi, another project panner that I desperately miss and would like to come back. I don't know why these project panners think they could stop posting videos and leave me the way they do. It's not okay, but I guess people have to live their lives. I just miss them. I do have progress on this. This is the kind of color I thought that I would be putting away for fall and wouldn't be touching. But yep, I've used this more than I've used that olivey green shade because the look that I'm panning, this works in. So I don't have a big line, but none of these progress lines have been big. But I was able to make a new line right there. So very exciting. Up next is my Juicy Tubes lip gloss from Lancome in the shade Desert. I have used this quite a bit over the past month. After I finished that Burt's Bees lip shimmer, this became my morning and night lip gloss. And then about 2 weeks ago, I moved this to my purse because I was finding that I was needing more moisture on my lips during my workday. And this basically like coats your lips with product and doesn't budge. It just like seals whatever you put it in with moisture. And I really like this. Plus it's got a nice kind of tint to it that makes it look like I'm wearing something. It's very shiny and has that pretty bronzy tint to it. Because this has been in my purse, I can't really measure my progress, but I know I've made some progress with this because like I said, I've just been using it more and more consistently over the past month, which is super exciting. Did I mention that this is in this project for Linda from Linda Loves Life? I don't know if I did or not. Up next is my Wet n Wild highlighter slash blush in the shade Don't Flutter Yourself. I have this in this project for Rania. And my goal is to wear away the little hummingbird that is on here. I don't think I've used this much at all this past month, maybe once, but not really. This hasn't been a highlighter I've been going for. There is a highlighter in this project that I have been reaching for quite a bit and I can't wait to show you, but this hasn't been it. So this is gonna stay in. Okay, more progress. My next product is my Nars Rugan lip pencil. I would really like to finish this off by the end of the year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that happen, but I have really good progress over the past month. Actually, the most progress I've made since this pencil has been in this project, which makes me very, very happy. That's where I'm at. I think if I use this every day for the next month, I could use up probably half of what's left. But I don't know. We will see. I'm just happy to have some good progress on it. If I don't finish it by inventory time, I don't finish it, but I'd like to try. Next is my Maybelline lipstick in the shade Warm Me Up. I love this shade. I have this in this project for Christina Chang. And I did use this a couple of times over the past month, but I wasn't able to make a new mark on my measuring line. So that's unfortunate, but I have been reaching for this a little bit more. It's just a nice nude. It's just a beautiful nude. I love that lipstick so much. All right, up next is my My Little Pony and ColourPop collaboration eyeshadow palette. I have 2 shades in this palette that I'm trying to hit pan on for 2 separate project panners. I have not done that, as you can tell. The first shade is this one right here, which is called Flutterby. I have this in this project for Beth from Beth's Makeup. And the other shade is up here, which is called Blossom. And I have this in this project for Courtney, who is Triggy 3, another person who I'm very sad I'm not seeing her videos in my feed anymore. But I am trying to hit pan on both of those shadows, and I didn't reach for this palette at all in the past month. A palette I did reach for is my ABH Master Palette by Mario palette. I have this in this project for Chanrel, who is Chanrel's Stash, and I'm trying to hit pan on this orangey brown called Isabelle, and this has just been such a go-to for me this fall. I have used it 3 times, which isn't much, but I've been craving this shadow very, very much. Sometimes I throw it in with my baby pan, that palette, just to give me that kind of warm orangey brown compared to the very neutral browns that are in that palette. That being said, I don't feel like I have much progress to show on this pan, and I don't know if it's because I'm not consistently placing my brush in the same place when I dip into this pan of powder. I don't know. I do get a lot of kick up, like all ABH products, and so I tend to chase the kick up. So if there's kick up on the pan, that's where I put my brush. And then that makes more kick up, and then I go where the kick up is. So I'm not really targeting one spot over and over again. But yeah, I'm enjoying the shade very much. I like it, and I'm glad to be using this palette. I actually did a look just with this palette the other day, actually on Thanksgiving, and I put the shade Fifth Avenue all over my lid. That's the first shade from this palette besides Isabelle that I've used since putting it in this project, and I really enjoyed it. It was a nice Thanksgiving fall combination that worked really well. For Tori, I have my Nubian 2 palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm trying to hit pan on this shadow up here called Sheba. You could really see the dip well. I only used that shade once in the past month, but I paired it with that ABH palette, and I'm just happy to be getting any use out of this palette whatsoever. I really enjoy this palette, but it was not getting enough love prior to me rolling it in this project. So yeah, glad to be using it. Up next is my blush for Rose. This is from the brand American Beauty, and it's in the shade Rose Shimmer. And I put this in here for Rose, the project panner. And my goal is to hit pan on this. I've probably used this 10 times over the past month. I did recently roll in Milani Luminoso into a project, and I've been reaching for that one a ton. I've been really enjoying that blush again. But I am wearing this today on my cheeks. To be honest, I think my skin tends to pull everything a little bit peachy. So even when I'm wearing this, I still feel like it looks kind of peachy, but I'm definitely making progress on this, and I'm still enjoying it. I think it's going to be a long ways before I hit pan, but this was definitely one of those products that I was very intimidated to put in a project because I knew it would be a lot of work to hit pan, and I'm glad I did it. I've been enjoying it. I think I got this on clearance at Kohl's for like $2 years ago. So it wasn't a big financial investment, but I'm glad to be using it and enjoying it in honor of Rose. For Tanya from Reverent Beauty, I have my Marc Jacobs Enamored Hydrating Lip Gloss Stick in Wet Your Lips. I have reached for this several times over the past month. There's no way for me to see how much I've used or how much progress I've made. Once I wind it up, there's no winding it back down. But this is a good lip gloss stick to wear in the wintertime. It's another one of those products that not only feels very nourishing if my lips are chapped, but provides a barrier that protects my lips for hours and hours and hours. I could put this on and like eat a meal and wait 5 more hours, and I'll be like, is there something on my lips? Oh yeah, I put the Marc Jacobs one on. It's still on. It just clings in a good way that keeps my lips from getting chapped. Much better than most other lip products. And so I've been reaching for this more since the humidity has completely left our world for this time of year. Yeah, I have no idea how much product is left. I wish I could know. I wish I had x-ray vision, but I don't. For Metropolitan Creole, I have my Fenty Mademoiselle lipstick in Candy Venom, and I am wearing that lipstick in this video right now for the 10th time. My goal is to use this lipstick 20 times, so I'm halfway there officially. I love this lipstick so much. Every time I wear it, I just fall in love with it. It is shockingly bright, borderline offensive, and I just love it. The reason I only put the usage goal on this for 20 uses is that I just don't feel like it's the most wearable shade. Even though I love it and it makes my heart happy, I don't feel comfortable wearing it to work. And I do feel like with this lip color, I need to be able to check in with it and make sure, you know, even though this is a matte formula and it does a good job of staying put, I would be mortified if I went to work and it was not where it's supposed to be and I was walking around for hours with pink lipstick on my face. So I feel like I need to monitor this a little bit more closely. But I have used it 10 times, and if I use it 10 more, my goal will be met and it will be rolling out of this project. And I could see myself using it a little bit more frequently over the next month and a half as we get into holiday season. It's just such a fun look. And I really like it with my Baby Pan That Palette shadows. Those kind of like neutral, warm, bronzy, golden-y shades just pair really well with this bright pink lipstick. So maybe I'll be wearing it a little bit more often now that I'm trying to focus on my Baby Pan That Palette for the rest of the year. Up next is my Stila Smudge Pot in the shade Amber. I have this in this project for Jessica, who is Lena 7623. And my goal is to use this 30 times, and I am still at 2 uses. Same excuse as always. I've been painting looks, and those looks have not involved this product at all. But sooner or later, I'll pan a look involving that product, and I'll use it every day. I don't know when, but it'll happen. For Sandra, who is Highlights the Limit, I have my Wet n Wild highlighter in Blossom Glow. I have been using this every single day, and I'm so excited because I have a pretty big dip going on in this little pan already. I'm targeting my brush right up here. I couldn't stand the idea of messing with the imprint of the leaves, but that's where I've been focusing my brush, and look at that. And I know Wet n Wild pans are not the deepest pans on earth. I wonder if I could have pan on this by next month. My goal is to hit pan, so once I do that, it rolls out of this project. I've really been enjoying this. It's a very bright pinky highlighter that is the kind of highlighter I love. It's borderline too much, but once I put on some setting spray and blend it in really good with a brush, I don't mind it at all. But I'm so glad to have put this highlighter in this project. It was basically a never used product until I put it in this project, and I've just been loving it. And I do think I'll have pan on it possibly by next month's update. And my other highlighter is for Kana. I skipped over her name a few names ago, but I remembered that I haven't talked about this yet. My goal is to hit pan on this highlighter as well. This is the Wet n Wild highlighter in Purple Ashes. And I haven't touched this at all in the past month. But once I do hit pan on that Blossom Glow, it'll be down to just this highlighter and the Don't Flutter Yourself highlighter. So I'll be using one of those 2 highlighters every day whenever I hit pan on Blossom Glow until January when I start my new projects. At that point, I will probably choose a new highlighter to work on finishing because I need to always be working on finishing a highlighter. I just have way too many to play around and enjoy my other highlighters. I can't do that. But for now, my main focus is that Blossom Glow. Okay, guys, we are getting there. The next product I'm working on comes from this Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette. I think that's what it was called. And I have this palette in this project for Verity. I will be collaborating with Verity very soon, so keep an eye out for that. If you're not following her, go give her a follow. I will have her account, I will have her channel linked down below, along with either the channel or the Instagram account of every project panner that I've ever spoken about in this series linked down below. But the shade I'm working on for Verity is this one down here called Acoustic. I really haven't worked on this a whole lot over the past month. It's a gorgeous taupey silver shade, but I've been focusing more on this blue shade as my inner corner highlight. And I do consider this to be an inner corner highlight as well. I think you could see a little bit of a dip in there. But once I hit pan on this aqua blue shade, I will be giving this palette a lot more love, and I will keep the dust off of it. But yeah, this one didn't get a lot of use this past month, maybe only once. Up next are my liquid lipstick duo from, well, the liquid lipstick is from Max Factor. The lip balm is from CoverGirl. Don't know how that happened, but I put both of these in this project for Taru, who is cruelty-free panner on Instagram and YouTube. And my goal is to finish one of these. I don't know which one, but whichever one I finish first, I will consider my goal met and I will have one less product in my inventory. I put these in this project a couple months ago, but I really felt like this is such a specifically fall cool tone shade that I had no interest in wearing it during the months of like August, September, October. It wasn't until this past month that I finally tried this lipstick. I could tell you that the lipstick is still good and that the color is more wearable than I thought it would be. I was wearing it in a video. Maybe I will throw up a picture of me talking with that video, with that lipstick on, but I did find it to be, it is a cool tone. It is very, very cool tone, but I did find it to be quite wearable and it lasted forever. While I had this on, I did apply this balm a total of 3 times. So if that's kind of how this goes, for every 1 use of the liquid lipstick, I use the balm 3 times. I'm guessing I will finish the balm first. But right now it's anyone's game. I just feel like applying it that one time kind of broke the dam, and now I'm more comfortable with this product and I could see myself using it a bit more often. It was kind of a toss up between this one or the hot pink today, but I had to go with the hot pink. So I'm glad to have gotten 1 use, but I have only used it 1 time since rolling it into this project. Hopefully I will have some more uses by next month. All right, the next product is my Colored Rain Safari Rain palette. I pulled this palette into this project for Kat, who is Kitsch Snitch. Out of all the project panners I've ever mentioned in this project, she's the one person that I've never had any contact with. I feel like all the other project panners I know, they know me. We've collaborated together, either in projects together or in large group collabs. We follow each other on Instagram. We support each other. I'm subscribed to their channels. Obviously, I'm subscribed to Kat's channel too, but I don't think Kat has any idea who I am. I wish she did. That would be very cool. But no, I don't think Kat knows me at all, but Kat is quite an influencer. I find myself buying a lot of products because of her, including this palette. And the goal that I set for myself with this palette is kind of like a no pan left behind challenge. So my goal was to do a look for each shadow in this palette. I am finding that to be a little bit difficult, but I have finally used this palette 3 times and I created 3 different looks. So while I throw up pictures of the looks, I will talk about why I'm having trouble with the no palette left behind challenge. But the first look, I focused on this top row right here. So I did a look with this brownie shade, this orangey brown in my crease. I put this reddy shade on the outer third of my eyelid and this golden shade on the inner 2/3 of my eyelid. And for that look, I considered the focus shadow to be this shade right here. But honestly, I felt like all 3 shadows worked together equally to create that look. So I was kind of having a hard time saying which shadow was the focus look. Then I did another look and I ended up focusing on the orangey brown from my ABH and Mario palette. So I put that all throughout my crease, and then I put this goldeny shade called Toucan all over my lid. And at that point I felt like, okay, then I could call this the focus shadow, because this was the only shadow from this palette that I used in that look. So I feel like these 2 have already been focus shadows. The third look I did focused on these 3 greens right here. And that was a similar story. I felt like all 3 shades equally worked to create the look. But if I had to give one shade credit for the look, I'd have to give it to this one, which is called Lioness. I thought this shade was going to be a little bit brighter and more goldeny than green, but it is definitely a green. I use this matte olivey shade in the crease. I use this on the outer third of my eyelid and this on the inner 2/3. I like the look very much, but again, I'm having a hard time choosing which shade was the no pan left behind shade. So I'm going to call it this one. I have now used actually 6 shades in 3 different looks. So that means I still need to do 6 looks with this palette, and I need to use these 3 shades for sure. I don't think that'll be a problem whatsoever. I've really been enjoying this palette so much already, but I'm only giving myself credit for 3 looks, even though I've used 6 of the shades so far. It's hard to keep track of this no pan left behind thing. And the final product that I've been working on in this project is my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I have this in this project for J-Lon. And this is a product I use every single day that I wear makeup. I use it to set my under eye concealers. I like it very, very much. There are times occasionally where I feel like I've gotten a little bit cakey, but for the most part, I do still love this product very much. I don't know if it's the best product for my under eyes anymore though. 5 years ago, this would have been my all-time favorite under eye setting powder, even probably 3 years ago. But now, time is not kind to my under eyes. And there are times where I feel like it might be accentuating things I don't want accentuated. I'm having a hard time leveling this off, but I definitely think that I am going to be able to make a new progress mark on this right about here. And yeah, I use it every single day. I apply it with a damp sponge. I like this product very much. I just don't know if I'd repurchase it. I think I might prefer something that's pressed for my under eyes, like the Dim Light. Is it called Dim Light? The yellowy powder from Hourglass might be a better fit for my under eyes than this powder. We'll see. Okay, so those are all the products that I've been working on in this project. Now is the time that I need to roll in a new product for a new project panner. The project panner that I want to focus on for the month of November 2023 is Danny from Danny's Makeup. I know a lot of you guys love Danny and follow Danny. And the reason I know that is because she brings in a lot of project panners to the Fantastic Ladies. One of my roles as a moderator is to approve people who are filling out the responses to join the group. And Danny brings a lot of people into the Fantastic Ladies through her videos. So I know you guys love Danny. I love her too. And I decided that in honor of Danny, I would pick an item from the project that she co-created with Deb B, which is the Happy Hour project pan. That is their baby. And I've never done that project myself. That's one of those projects that there's so many good projects from the Fantastic Ladies. I wish I could do them all, but I have to understand and appreciate and respect my limits, because it doesn't matter how many products I put in projects. I only have one face. I only have 2 eyeballs. And at some point, I'm not going to make progress on anything. So unfortunately, I've never done that project, but it's a really cute idea focused on linking products to beverages, happy hour. And I think it's mostly adult beverages, but it might not be exclusively adult beverages, but primarily adult beverages. I thought it was such a cute idea. And one of the products in that project is called Cocktail Shaker. And that is a product that needs to be shaken before you use it. And it just so happens that a product that fits that description perfectly just rolled out of my Graveyard project pan not too long ago. Now, I know I said I was going to put this away for the rest of the year, but when I read that prompt, I was like, come on, I got to do it. Look at it. It's a cocktail shaker. It is literally designed to imitate a cocktail shaker. This is my Lancome. I forget what it's called. Juicy shaker? I think it's called a juicy shaker. And I've been working on this in my Graveyard project pan for the past 6 months, and that project ended on Halloween. And I've gotten through most of the product. There isn't that much left, but I had to, come on. I had no choice. I had to do this. So for Danny, in honor of her happy hour project and the prompt cocktail shaker, I had to bring in my juicy shaker because it's like a little cocktail shaker. I shouldn't do that movement, should I? So I'm going to set the goal of using this until it's gone. I'm not going to work on this as hard as I was working on it in the Graveyard project pan. I really was trying to make as much progress as I could, but I am going to try to start spreading my love amongst the other lip products that I have in various projects. This isn't the most amazing product in the wintertime. This doesn't provide a lot of longevity, and it doesn't really treat my lips very well. There are other products that I'm project panning that do a better job now that it's so dry, now that the air is so dry around here. But that being said, because of that, I tend to reapply this quite a bit more because after about an hour, there's nothing there. So we'll see. Maybe I could finish this, maybe I can't, but in honor of Danny, I'm rolling this guy in for the happy hour project. All right. I don't think I even talked about the 3 focus products from last month, but obviously it doesn't matter because I didn't meet any goals. But now is the time when I would pick 3 new focus products for the month of November. Let me get to it and I'll be right back. Okay, my 3 focus products for the next month are all kind of no-brainers. They are 2 products that I desperately would like to move out before the end of the year, move out of my inventory completely, and 1 product that I think I could hit pan on by next month. No surprise, right? So my first focus product is going to be my Wet n Wild Highlighter in Blossom Glow. I have been wearing this every day anyways, but I think that if I continue to focus on it, I could have pan up there by next month, and I'd like to try. My next focus product is my ColourPop Lip Gloss in Curvy. I'm going to move this to my purse, and this is going to be my at work lip product. I am also working on that little Bare Minerals lipstick sample, and that I'm really trying to finish by the end of the year too. So between the 2 products, I'll have to work it out. But this is going to my purse immediately. And then finally, Nars Rugan. This is going to stay in my bathroom, but I'm going to try to keep working on this. And if I could make as much progress this next month as I did this past month, I'd be happy. Like I said before, I don't know if I could finish this by the end of the year. I guess it really depends on how far the product goes down in this pencil. I mean, if it ends up here, I'm almost done. If it goes all the way down to the bottom, I'm probably not going to make that goal. But I want to keep trying because I know if this was the only lip product I was using, this would be goner by the end of the year. But obviously, it's not. I have lots of lip products that I'm working on and a couple that I'm very close to finishing. So I'm trying to figure it all out. If I could finish that Bare Minerals mini lipstick, I will move this to my purse. But I need to focus on that Bare Minerals one as well. Oh, it's so hard, you guys. It's so hard to focus. Anyways, these are my 3 focus products for this month. We'll see what I can do. That is going to be it for this update, you guys. Don't forget, everybody who's ever been mentioned in this project is linked down below in my description box. I hope you check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.